Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
You're going to have 6 glass cards, which will be a dark side and a sunlight side. You're going to have your critter cards here. That will be double-sided. And you're going to have your plant cards here that are double-sided. Your snail side and your succulent side. You're going to shuffle up the 8 plant cards. Soil side up. And you're going to set those aside. You will choose one critter for the game. Snail, worm, ant, or fly. Let's use the ant for this example. And then you're going to take your guy over here, followed by the 8 plant cards. So you'll put those out kind of like this. And then you'll have your row of 8 plant cards and your animal card over here. And then you're going to put the 3 glass cards on the sides of each of this. So you kind of have yourself set up like this. So here's the game set up. You're going to have your 3 bottles on the dark side, the glass. You're going to have your animal here. And then you're going to have your plants randomly set in here. On a turn, if you look here on your animal, it'll tell you what direction the plants can move and it can't go past the critter. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get these icons to match up to the best that you can. So for one action, I can move this up here and I can move it all the way down as long as it doesn't go past the critter. And then I have 3 of these in a row. So that's my 2 actions, one to move up and one to move over. I could have picked any different card if I wanted to. So the card, I got the 3 like water drops will be this card, and then I can flip this over. Because I flipped it over next to the glass, that will be flipped over to sunlight phase. And it says I can swap 2 plants in the same row, exchange exact position. So the good thing is that the majority of mine are in the same row. So I want to start seeing maybe, do I have another lightning? Maybe this one. I could probably do something with that pretty soon. So what I might do is I might swap these 2 for right now based on that card. Now we're going to go to the damage. So it says meat cost, flip the succulent. We did that. Damage 1 furthest plant on both sides. So the ant can only damage something in the top and middle row, but never this bottom row. Think of it as a 3x9 grid. If there were any here, it would skip, so it will damage this one, moving it down 1 location. That's what the damage is going to do. And then it'll tell you here, the 4th step, advance the critter, shift him right, and flip him over. So he will go over this way. And now we go back to the beginning where we can take 2 actions. Now the game's going to end when the critter gets to this side of it, or he cannot advance anymore, which will be then. Then you'll proceed to the sunlight phase, and any of these cards that you were able to flip over, take 1 extra move action, you would do whatever actions that are on them. Then if you meet the cost of succulent, you can turn them over, and then you will score here. So 2 points for everything in the top row, 1 for the middle, none for the bottom, and then you will score up and see how good that you did. Okay, so let's continue our turn here. I am going to try to get the 3 lightning bolts together. So for 1 move, I'll move him up. For a 2nd move, I'll move him down, and I have the 3 lightning bolts in a row, which will flip this card over. It says swap 2 edge plants, then place 1 in the top row and 1 in the bottom row. So then I will swap these. I will put this one here and this one down in the bottom. Then we will damage the closest on both sides. So this guy will be damaged and this guy will be damaged. And then he'll shift to the right and flip over. Okay, so I'm going to swap this for 1 action. And then I'm going to bring him up for the 2nd action. I don't think I meet the cost of anything. So I will damage the furthest one, which will be this one. And then he'll go to the right and flip over. I'm going to bring this guy up 1 because I'm trying to get these flowers together. And the other flower, I'll move him up for 2. I don't meet the cost of anything. We'll damage the one over here, and then he'll skip to the right, and he will flip. So now I'm getting kind of closer. I can move this guy up for 1, this guy down for 2. I don't believe I meet any of the cost. I have to damage the furthest one. He will move up, and he will flip over. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip those and bring this down for my second action, which will give me 3 of those, which will flip this over. Swap 2 plants in different rows. That's the power assigned to this. So the rows are like this. So I'm going to swap 2 in different rows. So I can definitely swap this. Oh, it'll go like this. And then the plant, damage the closest plant on both sides. They're already damaged. So it would be this one. And then advance him up and flip over. Okay. Okay, so I am going to swap this one here, move this one down, and then we'll bring this one up for 2. Nothing will be there. The farthest on both sides. So this will become damaged, and then he'll shift right and he will flip over. And then I think I'm pretty clear. For 1, 2. No. 1. I'll move that guy up 1. And then closest plant, and then shift right. Then he'll move, and then he'll flip over. And I get 1 final turn to try to score some points. So move him up 1. No. So I'll move him up, and I'll move him up. And then I'll damage the closest one. And that's the end of the game. I did not do very well. Two, 3. Let's see. This, I can do the sunlight phase, take 1 more move action. So I can do 2, 3, 4, which makes me a dirt farmer. I don't think I could have done worse at this game. But that's a little bit of overview of how you play Garden Glass.